My purpose over here, very simple, to make sure that you are more effective, more well-known, more viewers, millions of viewers.
Make this into million.
Yeah.
What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Part of the Gang. And you guys might not know this, but we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary in the office since we moved in. And I realized that I didn't do a lot of the traditional customs that you do when you move into a new place or start a business. And I'm just very curious to see if I could do something about it. I guess for this episode, we are inviting somebody very special and also an expert in terms of Feng Shui, and that is Master Ken. Okay, so we're here with Master Ken. Welcome to the office, by the way.
Thank you for having me, Raina.
Today we're gonna actually be getting Master Ken to go around the office to, I guess, see the Feng Shui of the place, but also answer some misconceptions that everybody has about Feng Shui and also certain practices.
We'll try.
When we moved in, I didn't think about the dates because it was like out of necessity. We needed a studio and we just like, okay, next week, let's get a studio.
Sure.
Yeah, so in terms of misconceptions between dates and stuff like that, I do recognize that a lot of business owners, or not even business owners, people that move out of their place or move into like BTO, resale, all this, right? They also have dates, right?
Oh yes, they do. One of the things that is of importance would be to choose a good date. In other words, time is everything. It is believed that the choice of dates, and where possible, we will then zoom into certain hours. That will actually give us the essence of the quality of the particular day. When it comes to the traditional method of choosing a date, it is customary, I'll say, for people to refer to a book like this. All right.
Oh, this is like the Feng Shui Bible.
It is. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Yes, yes. And it's updated every year.
Since we already moved in, right?
Yeah.
What can we do to help with the huatness? Because we never follow the initial.
Sure. As I can see it now, nothing bad has happened.
I mean, hopefully not.
If you so happen to have chosen a bad date to move in, it takes that particular person to be in an unfavorable luck cycle for things to actually take place in a very eventful way. Even after you move in, you can do the Feng Shui of the house or an office or any kind of property to actually try and correct it.
It's not like it's too late. You can still do things.
Never too late.
Can you explain if the rolling of pineapples actually works? Because when we move in, right, we also never do.
Okay,
we never do.
Let me put it this way. Why rolling in the pineapples? First and foremost, I have to draw you to the attention of this particular fruit called pineapple. It is a homophone for prosperity arrival.
Oh, it's like come.
Wang Lai.
Wang Lai.
Prosperity coming to you.
Yeah.
So it's a homophone.
I
It
see.
sounds like it is no harm
Yeah.
for people to do it. There is always an infusion of Feng Shui, which is technicalities, tradition, and culture. Now, where does the rolling of pineapples come in? It doesn't even belong to the artistry.
Oh, is it?
Tradition of deep-rooted things. You got to have a thing that has been done for years and years, for generations perhaps, to form as a tradition. Culture is even longer. It takes generations to form a culture. Did we hear of people rolling pineapples like 50 years ago? No, never. So the rolling of pineapples, perhaps it's an invention. As I've mentioned it before, there is no harm. Hey, it's part of fun.
I think maybe also if you believe in it and you really like online,
Yes.
maybe you put that energy in the universe.
Manifestation is word.
Yes.
Yeah, and I hope that, it manifests for a lot of people. That's why I don't stop people from rolling in the pineapples.
see.
But even if you have not done so, you don't have to.
Actually, speaking of that, like you said, phono something?
Homophone, yeah.
Homophone. I think I get it because I have a friend who named his dog Money. So every time, right, money come. So it's like a manifestation, and also I think it's the same logic as the online.
Yeah. Well, I say no harm as long as we're not obsessed with it.
How about like lion dancers and all that?
So lion dancers has got a history. It is actually the rousing of the drums that are more important. First and foremost, it's all about energy. And remember, sound is also an energy. As long as it's rhythmic, it actually becomes a very good vibration.
Yeah.
So that part, I would say, It's very rich in tradition.
So technically, if you find like a pop song and blast it with the same rhythm,
Exactly.
like Ariana Grande.
Yeah. that can do without having you to blow about a couple of $100.
I realized that a lot of salespeople on their tables they have a calculator and they put the $1 coin.
Okay.
It's supposed to symbolize good luck, but I've seen like every single salesperson that I know have it. Yesterday I was at Popular. I was looking for a calculator so that I can put it on my table also because I'm the one bringing the sales in the company.
And how many coins are you going to attach to it?
Okay, so the question is one enough? Or like I put the whole screen is like just bordered with $1? Yeah, bedazzle my screen. Is there such a thing as too much of good luck?
No, there's not such a thing as too much good luck. The coins is about symbolism. It's a visual reminder.
Okay.
So why do salespeople in the banks, for example, why would they want to put a coin onto the calculator? In the first place, they're always calculating the profits. And some put 1, some put 3. And as long as you don't carry too far, I don't think...
like a wall bedazzled in
Yeah,
in
exactly.
$1.
So again, is it a tradition? No, I think it's more of an invention.
Okay, thank you for answering some of my misconceptions about Feng Shui. Let's go and see the office. So this is the pantry. As you can see, we also have a lot of drinks.
Oh wow, okay. Right, that's a nice bar.
These were plants that my dad gave me.
Plants will come with a purpose because plants are actually is a growing thing, and it signifies growth. So there are locations towards where the plant should be or where it will actually be very useful. And later on I'll point it out to you. Yep.
Next up is obviously this is our equipment area.
Equipment, yeah.
Equipment area. And then we have the chill area like just now where we...
Alright, sure.
No, I see you like analysing.
So what I'm analysing is because this is kind of a passageway. When it comes to a passageway, usually I want this to be light up. One more thing just for the benefit of viewers. As long as it's in the passageway, left and right of the wall should never have mirrors. Because when you have mirrors, it becomes, first and foremost, practically speaking, very distracting. The second thing is, from a Feng Shui point of view, the bouncing of shadows is also a bouncing of energies. It will become very, very disorienting and in perfect disharmony. So let's get into the office space.
Okay.
Now this is important.
Okay.
All right. So let's imagine that this is basically the place that you will come in and out of the office. This is taken as a reference of the door. When I look upon this, I will want to determine where the facing of the office is.
Okay.
So looking at this, we see that this is a main door over here, and this main door is also formation of the facade of the building. Facade of the building basically means this is supposedly the frontage of that building. All right. So the front of the building over here is a place and a reference point whereby I'm going to take a direction using this thing called the lower pan. The lower pan is actually, well, folks, just a compass. All right, the stuff over here, the concentric rings, for example, are information that is direct reference for people like us. We will be able to tell just from this, without so much as a calculation process, already knowing which sector is positive, which one is negative. So it's all about enhancements and controlling in Feng Shui terms. What do you want to enhance? Positive areas. What do you want to control? The negative ones. Simple as that. Can I just step out for a while?
Can.
It's wonderful.
This Feng Shui.
Brother,
So Reina, can I just bring your attention here? Can you see that this is basically south? Can you see south here?
Oh, yes.
Because this is facing south.
Yeah.
This is therefore south, and therefore if you turn it around, this is north. So take this as a square office. Yeah, north, south, east, west.
Dong, Nan, Xi, Bei.
No.
Dong Nan Si Pei. Dong
No,
Nan Si
the
Pei.
Dong Nan Si Pei is another orientation. South-facing property becomes one of the most favorable direction for any kind of property because south conforms to what we call the period 9. So what's a period 9? Period 9 is a set of energies that is existing within the next 20 years starting from the year 2024. Until 2044. And what is this? Is it associated with? It's associated with a fire, associated with the trigram Li Hua. Li Hua basically also benefits a lot of things relating to technology, identity, to image, which matters to you. Because you are a personality. So if you were to say you've got certain kind of priorities, one of the best thing for you to actually narrow to would be to enhance your personal image.
Wow.
So that your viewership is going to go into the millions.
Enhance meaning like I go gym or what?
No. North-south property, do not get the east-west sun. It will be dark. That's why if I were to do or come into a new property, first thing for north-south properties, I will tell them, pay attention to lighting.
So more lights.
More lights, definitely. Lighting is so important because if a property like this is such a good property, you will need yang energy, yang qi, people, energies, positive energies to actually bring up and synchronize to whatever your company's directions are. Another thing is this, I notice all this are what I call focus lights. What is it, my focus lights? That particular light over there will shine directly into here, and you'll notice one more thing, you got a lot of shadows in your office, right? And that is not just not great for productivity, it's actually not so great for Feng Shui applications. Why? Because in the corners, you'll be dark. Now, second thing is this. Let me bring you back to the door. You come in. And there are people who are working against the wall. If I come in, they wouldn't know that I come in. And what about this particular desk over here? Same thing.
I see.
What does it mean? It simply means that you are not in control. Back to here, if we just cut up this into sectorial forms, this is one part, this is second part, there will be a third part.
Yeah.
So the center part of this south location is one of the most prosperous. Can you imagine if I were to use this, shift it over, back this against the wall, shift this table and float it out here. When you sit here, you're back up against the wall, would you be in control of things?
I guess so.
Anybody,
you can see, yeah,
anybody who comes in. And more so because you are facing north is still a very favorable direction. If you were to sit here, spread out the desk in front, look at this, brighten this spot, the middle part of the south, or this will actually give it an enhancement to this particular sector already.
Fun fact, this was my first table. When we moved in, this was where I always sat.
And you're just attracted to it.
Yeah, also
you feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable, plus, I mean, you know, when you work,
yeah,
you want to like take a break so you can look at the greenery outside.
Yeah, sure, of course, it's not wrong. By this virtue of fact, I would then have to move to here, whereby one of the best location within this room would be also here. So just in case I put it this way, if you can move your table here, and then this table can be flushed up against the wall where you know, perhaps somebody can actually access it through a little bit of a space here. This one becomes a formation, all right, whereby it actually will form one of the best and most effective direction to sit down, face here, work here, be in absolute control. What do you do with this?
Kick her up.
No. What you do is you gotta shift her this way. All right, and then her back is against the wall once again, and this time around, whoever comes in and out, she will be in proper control of things. Over here, you can put it here, and over here, one of the best would be to shift it around, back against here, in the direct opposite of you. This one, back against the wall, seated here, face south, one of the best as well, most productive. So it all depends. Northwest sector, you'll notice one thing already. The plant is not doing so well. It's obvious. In fact, the plants will do well more in the north or the east. I noticed that there is not much of an activity here. When I say activity, I'm talking about movements. If you are able to shift things around, what is it that we can do to actually do some kind of activation? On top here, I'll hang a clock.
Oh, how about
and
that
a
kind?
lock clock. You can.
Like that one?
You can. Because there's a lot of movements as well.
Yeah.
The second thing is, because this is a place where it is a south sector, and when we actually energize that south sector, it is very good for the image for the whole business. Then, somewhere here, you try and put a standing light.
Standing light.
And turn this light on even at night. Of course, we are talking about constraint of space, but if we can, then we like to also activate this particular north direction location over here, whereby if you could, maybe just by matter of convenience, you see that camera box there?
Yeah.
If you could shift it a little bit, give it a little bit of space, put a water feature there. What's the purpose of the water feature? Is to connect to the external energies. Invite the wealth in, collect it here. Just get a simple fish tank. I don't need a fish.
Or just water?
Just water.
Oh.
Your question may be, how big should the tank be? I'll tell you the answer. Big tank, big wealth. Small tank, small wealth. You choose. My purpose over here, very simple, to make sure that you are more effective, more well-known, more viewers, millions of viewers.
Make this into million.
Yeah, not just restricted to Singapore, worldwide.
Actually, I do have one. I mean, this is not the only space, as you know. We also have the downstairs as well as the upstairs. Would you like
What
to
is
take a look?
upstairs?
Upstairs technically was my office. Now it's a storeroom, but it's still kind of like an office.
It's an office,
Yeah.
but you are more focused here.
I got lonely upstairs.
I'm sure.
So I went down. Do you want to see? Do you want to take a look?
Why not?
Okay.
This particular office becomes somewhat of a northeast sector.
Yeah.
Correct, no? Northeast sector is also very good for young men. Again, unfortunately or not, I think it's a bit dark.
Yes.
It's natural for you to get lonely. But the northeast sector is also very good for you if you want inspirations. If you need some focus, some concentration, do it here.
Oh, that's what I actually do.
When it comes to a little bit of fun thing, inspiration, productivity, put it downstairs. One of the things that I can also propose to you would be, much as you can see that I can enhance the good business for you, you also need to lock up your wealth. If you have a safe, put it in one of these cabinets. Obviously, put in some cash, please.
Or like not empty lah.
Yeah, put in some cash. Put in some
Okay,
cash.
I put my crypto password.
Yeah. Like I say, by default, minus the pineapples, you're already doing well. Can you imagine if you make sure that you manage this space even better? You'll be good.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Time to do some moving, guys.
Yes.
Alright, so we've come to the end of the video, and I must say that today has been very insightful, and I feel very at ease right now, because as much as I missed out on a lot of traditions that you're supposed to do when opening a business, Master Ken mentioned that it's never too late to change your fortune. For those of you who have questions about Feng Shui, be it like personal, or maybe you're starting your own business, comment down below and maybe we can ask Master Ken for more advice so that you can get the huats too. Once again, thank you for watching this episode of Part of the Gang, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I hope we huats. Come on, huat.